we're going to be doing today. Isn't it cute? I love this stamp set. I love nature and I love birds, so this just suits me to a T. And it's got my blue and my pink in it too. What can I say? I did a little bit different on the envelope. There's like a fleur-de-lis pattern here, and I did it in bubble bath. And then this is from the stamp set Country Birdhouse, which I used. I used this one, I used that one, I used the bird, I used Hello Friend, and I used that design on the envelope and on the inside. And then I used Thoughtful Expression. I haven't used this for so long, and I thought, I just want a little tiny clump of flowers, and that was perfect size for that. And I did the Timber 3D embossing folder. It's, well, let me see. You can see it. It looks like timber, and I put the hole for the birdhouse, and I put this right in the center. There's a little knot there, and that went right in the center. Now I did the I put the center here with my SU 100, which is basically early espresso, and I colored that in, and then I ran it through my embossing folder, and then it comes out like this. And now I will take my Pecan Pie and early espresso and go over this so that you can see the wood grain. And then I cut out the Night of Navy, basic white, Night of Navy, Misty Moonlight, and they all go together. And then I cut out Misty Moonlight so that it's a little different color, and that's what I did for the birdhouse. And then I cut out the bird, and I did this from here and that one from that one, and I did two of these. And you can cut them out if you have the dies. This was a bundle. It had the most beautiful labels. Oh, frames. Oh my goodness, they were outstanding. I loved this die set, but they just, Stampin' Up! Discontinued it in their wisdom, and a lot of people still have it, so that you can cut these out with the die cut if you want, or you cut them out on your own if you don't have it. Now these are the dies that I used. I showed you the pieces, and those are the dies. And I used my, Ness of Winter Designer Series paper. This has carried over. It is stunning paper. Truly, if you did not want to use the stamped image, you could cut one of these out and use that. It is just beautiful stamp. DSP. this is the one I used. I really like this one. This is the second card I've used it with. But there's wood, and then the Pussy Willows. And then there's half the sheet is like that, and the other half over here is the same. And it's plain in the center. And there's the one I used. So, you get the picture. It is beautiful paper. And I'm so grateful it's being carried over. I don't have to get rid of it. So, we're going to get going right now. Got to put this aside, and we're going to do these. Now, I've already done this one, so it takes less time. Now, I'm bringing in my Berry Burst, and I'm just, this is the dark, and then I'm just going to do a few flowers. With the Berry Burst dark, and I'm taking the light and doing the rest in the light. Kind of itchy nose. That's not fun. Just like that. Easy. Doesn't take long at all. Now I am bringing in my Shaded Spruce Dark, and that will do the dark. Like that, and then I'm bringing in my light Granny Apple Green, and I'm just doing the leaves that are behind here. Now, I am going to grab my dark Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to color this in. I did half of it so it doesn't take so long, because you don't need to sit here watching me do all this when I can do half of it beforehand. So how are you doing? I went to the doctor and on the weekend, and I got puffers. Well, a puffer. But I got 12 repeats. I'm like, do I have asthma maybe? I don't know. It's crazy. But I've been coughing so much lately. And it's been 6 weeks-ish since I had my cold. It makes no sense why I'm coughing so much still. I don't get it. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you. So that's my dark bubble bath. Now I'm bringing out my light bubble bath. And I am going like this, over, very lightly over everything. And then I'm bringing in my light, fresh Freesia. And I'm just doing the lines here, just to give it a different color. platform. And then, whoopsie, this is the one. And then I'm coming in with this and going over top of everything and blending it. See, it just has a different look to it. And now I'm taking my Berry Burst Light and I'm just doing my dots on here. And then I'm going to bring in my, these are small pearls. I have a whole whack of pearls left. You can use iridescent pearls. These are retired, but like I have all kinds, so I just don't want them to sit there and me waste them when I've spent the money on them. So I'm going to use them on here and fill in the center. Now I'm going to do my bird, and I gotta make sure these are closed. Well, that one obviously wasn't. There we go. I'm putting these over here. And I am bringing in my there. Those are the colors I used. I used Pumpkin Pie marker. If you have a coloring crayon, if you don't have a marker, if you have a pencil crayon or a blend, you can color the beak and the feet. I just did it so that it's smaller, and then I took the Night of Navy and put it between his feet so that it's dark, and it's going to sit against the Night of Navy, so it just blends in. It doesn't have the white spot there. I hope that makes sense to you. So then I just did Crumb Cake Light over everything except for the breast. Just like that. This one I've already used because I did that for the hole in the center. And now I'm doing Pecan Pie Light. And I'm just doing I'm still got the darker in there. Or the lighter, I should say. And I just looked online to see how people did their birds. And this was one that was really easy. I did not want it to look like a Christmas bird. So, and I've had Christmas on my brain, and I didn't want Christmas bird. So this one did not look like a Christmas bird to me. So it worked. And I'm just blending the whole thing together. Then I took my bubble bath light and I put it underneath here. and the breast. And I thought it looked like bubble gum, too much like bubble gum. So I took my color lifter and I went over top of it. I didn't want it to look like bubble gum. So I just gently went over to blend everything in. On the whole bird. And see how much better that looks? Doesn't look like bubble gum anymore. And I took my black marker and I darkened up his eye. So I am going to bring in another sheet because I hate looking at that. So we're going to get the Pecan Pie and the early espresso. And you can hit everything on this birdhouse. It doesn't matter. That's why I chose to put the different colors, die cut the different colors, so that it will, you can go all over it with the blends, the blending brushes, because nothing's going to be the same as this. And I just wanted different colors because no wood is the same color all the way through. It's lights and darks, and that way it looks natural. So I wanted to be able to see different colors. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that because I don't need that. I'm going to bring in my silicone mat, and I'm going to, I think I'm going to start with my scalloped edge. And now this goes right in here, and you just make sure it fits along the line. Oops, up here. It goes right there. Just like that. And then I'm doing this one. So how are you doing? Are you ready for Christmas yet? I'm not. Oh my goodness. I am so not ready for Christmas. I am not. This cough, cold, it's really set me back. I'm so tired still from it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up the crack where they join together. And I gotta pick it up and see that it there, and it fits all perfect. Just like that. I cut this by hand so that I could cut it right along the ink. Now, all I'm going to do is, because these are going to be floating out here, I am just going to ink this knot and the strings. I just wish I could get rid of this from my throat, my voice. I sound like people with a trachea almost. It's crazy. And just like that. Now, I got that a little sticky, but I will fix it. This is going to go up here. So this much is not going to be, and there's a little spot there too. Over in here, that's going to be not on the paper. I have nails, but I can't seem to pick it up. That's crazy. So I am... Oh, I didn't put this down. Wow. There. Now I can put this on. It's this way I put it. So I am just gonna glue over here. And it really doesn't matter. Oh, I didn't glue here. It doesn't really matter if I glue more than what I have glued, like, or I'm supposed to glue, because if I glue back here, that's okay, because that's going to be glued down regardless. And this, it's going to go like, so just the edge of here, and just this edge. And then I'm just going to glue this down on top. And now this little birdie is going to sit right there. And he's going to have his beak into the flowers. So basically the tail's not glued down. Goodness sakes. Just like that. Now, I know I've got a little bit of glue because it's sticking to my fingers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out my embossing buddy, and I'm going to go all over where I glued down, and this will de-stickify. Don't you love my word? I'm so sorry. So now we're just going to put everything together. No, we're not. We're going to do the inside and the envelope. And I'm bringing out my bubble bath. Now, if you want to make this stand out more, whoopsie, bring a pen on. It's not standing out very much. I did it on both sides. Basically because I didn't know if I would get it straight, and I didn't want it to go bing, bing, bing. So I chose the lighter color just for that reason. So this, and I only did it on this one side with this. And I put it on the piercing mat because it makes a better image, but you can actually see where the paper is. Because if you put this on white, you can't see where the edge of the paper is to know where to do it. So, isn't that pretty? I really like this. But I just didn't want to do too much, just in case I screwed up. Now, if you only want to do this one side, you go right ahead and only do this one side. And you will do a better job because you can put your head down there to see, whereas I am keeping my head away so I don't interfere with your view. There. I really like that. So now I am going to bring in my Momento black ink, and I'm going to use this, and I am putting it right there. And I will color it. Okay, what did I do? Here it is. There. Close this up. Keeps my tip from drying out. Stick that up there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my bubble bath and my light granny apple green. Yeah. I colored this in, and I colored that in, and then I just went around it, colored those in, and then went around and it's very easy to do. Now I'm just bringing in my light and then just going over where it's not colored in. And I'm using my Berry Burst light. Now this is my Granny Apple green light. There. Isn't that pretty for the inside? I think so. So I'm going to finish my green here. And now that's done. So I'm going to use my light pebble bath. There. Those are all colored in now. If you start at the center with these, you can just continuously go and then fill in the outside. Now, put that, oh, and I always have my garbage paper in the back so it doesn't bleed. Put this aside and bring out my glue. Can you like, subscribe to my channel, comment, let me know what you think of my cards. Any interaction just helps me build my channel. And then more people will be able to see my cards. And if you like them, maybe they would like them. If anybody needs a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, just contact me. My contact information is enclosed in the video. This is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and this one is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And now is when you can glue those down if you want to. to take my glue bottle. It doesn't want to stay in my hand. And form a thin bead of glue. Apparently I can't do more than one thing at a time. I can't talk and do the glue it. I'm trying to get the birdhouse in the center and up enough so that it doesn't touch the night of navy down here. And then I'm going to bring in my scissors, and I'm going to cut the extra off, just like that. Now, oops, I've got glue in my hands, as per usual. Okay, so what did I do with my, there it is, it's upside down, my hello friend. These are my black dimensionals, and I'm using the edges, as you can see. And I'm going to cut that off and use it along the bottom here. Just like that. And I'm going to use my picky tool. You can use your take your pick tool, but I already have this one out, so. There. Put that back. Put wherever it fits. This time it fits over there better. See, I had it over there, now it's over here. I obviously put it too far over here, but that's okay. It's no right or wrong. There. I like the randomness of the birds in the background paper. It just makes a perfect setting for Birdhouse, right? Put that aside and get my envelope. What do you think of my card? Well, I don't like my wood going sideways, but this was a sheet of designer series paper, and when it came out, I'm going, oh, that would make a perfect background for my paper, my cards. So I've used it ever since. So thanks so much for being here. I truly appreciate you spending time with me. Have a nice day. Bye now.